you know, woke up, read your message that you sent, and then deleted. Then I accidentally called you.
Yeah. Good. So let me get the sound set up here. The bot isn't working yet again, so you'll have to play this and just put it on loop.
Gotcha.
And let me know when you're ready for that.
I'm loading into the Foundry right now, so that'll take a second.
No problem.
Alrighty. Ready.
Okay. So one thing to note about this session is that there's going to be a lot of time skipping. And so that means there will be things that are missed as part of our getting to Batavia moment here. Because I'm trying to really compress 50 hours of a novel down to 2. So,
Gotcha. You want to get to the meat of the story.
yeah, and being together as part of the group, going through dungeons, and actually playing in your class. Yeah, I'm trying to get there as fast.
That's fair.
But as good as I can. Now, if you remember our last session, you finally arrived to Dreadmoon's Cradle. I'll go ahead and bring you over. Oh, you're already here. And that you're on your way to Moonvale University. You successfully have passed the first 2 trials, which was the left or right as part of the choir, as well as passing the bridge. And for the hymn step, which is the median point, you use the esoteric book of esoteric things, the Egghead's Guide to Everything. And
Yep.
that book was always there for you to help you out on one particular puzzle. However, now it's a book that is unreadable. It becomes too esoteric now. Too abstract.
I'm getting lost in the sauce of the book then.
As part of the hymn, there was no wrong answers to whichever path that you chose. There was just a hidden path. You used the book in order to help you out to find the hidden path. And the hidden path that you led was to rise and go beyond the stars.
Right.
I will let you know what that means, but I'm going to let you know what that means once we're actually inside of Batavia. Things will be much clearer then.
Okay. That sounds interesting. I thought that was going to be, like, the answer somehow.
No.
So...
Think of Skyrim and, when you press up, it went into that skill tree and there's all those constellations in the sky. Basically, yeah. You're just kind of choosing your path of what you want. Again, esoteric thing. But you chose something that was secret, so you'll get to reveal that later.
Here I thought that was the answer the whole time. I was like, oh boy, that one was kind of a weird one. Yeah. I did run through the challenges with a friend, mm-hmm. Put him through the scenario. And he took about the same amount of time as I did getting through it, and I think he had a lot of fun doing it.
Hey, that's awesome. Was it the exact same, trials, or was it mixed up?
Yeah, I kind of condensed it down a little bit mm-hmm. to make it a little more streamlined, I guess.
Yeah.
I also didn't remember every single detail,
yeah.
But he did find the survival aspect of it and having to vent the cold weather gear are really interesting.
Cool. So we will continue on from the point of when you went ahead and rose. You went ahead and climbed up the stairs, the invisible quote-unquote stairs. You rose past the stars. Your eyes opened to snow, biting and coarse, stinging your face as you lay half buried in a drift, blizzard bearing you alive. The storm screamed above you, and yet the valley felt different too. The cradle was still not finished with you.
How much longer do we have to go?
Are you asking Duox?
Yeah.
As you go ahead and shake some of the snow off of you from the drift, looking around to see Duox, go ahead and roll perception.
Alrighty, let's see if I can remember how to find that. There we go.
Okay. With a 5, you do not see Duox. Go ahead.
Duox? I just sort of call out seat and start looking around.
Let's roll a luck roll. So roll 1d20.
Ooh, okay. Ouch.
Not with the luck roll.
Alright, we gotta make up for last session's 20s.
Yeah, you rolled so many. Despite you looking around, you don't see him. And let's check your exhaustion level. Currently, you are frozen to the core. You woke up inside of a snowdrift, so you've been out for some time. You currently have 3 exhaustion.
Ouch.
What do you need to do to survive this snow?
Let's see. Well, don't eat the snow.
I need you to roll a 1d4, which will be for the
1d4.
amount of damage that you've taken.
Alright, low roll. Ah.
You've been like rolling only 3s, basically.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it was a D4, so
Yeah.
I expect that.
Okay, so with 3 damage and 3 exhaustion, what do you need to do in order to survive? You are frozen to the core.
Let's see. Let me check my inventory. Yeah, I only got the bread and the gold, don't I?
Yeah. And 1 silver piece.
Oh, I thought I had 2 of those, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you sacrificed 1 to the bridge.
No, I meant I had 3 before the bridge, and then
Oh, my bad.
toss 1 to the bridge.
Then yeah, you will have 2. Apologies.
I mean, that don't change anything, I don't think.
No. No, it's not
Let's
to
see.
keep you warm. Might keep you company.
2. Oh no, that's 1. 1 is the loneliest number. Could I sort of make like a history check to remember what Duox said to me?
Yes.
Alright. Let's Alright, anything above 3.
Okay. So with a 13, you know the general gist of what you need to do. You need to wring out your clothes and to unfreeze them in order to dry them out so they don't kill you from from the moisture. Ventilating doesn't do anything because it is now the clothes themselves that are soaked in water, basically. But here's the biggest issue. There's nothing around. You can't ventilate. You can't dry yourself out.
And we're just stuck in this valley in like the snowbank, right?
You can walk around and try to look for maybe a feature. It's not like you're in a small cradle stuck forever. No, you can leave.
Well, no, I imagine I can. There's ways to go.
Yeah.
But the way I see it, I'm just sort of in like a canyon sort of deal.
Yeah, and remember now with exhaustion is that you have -1 to all of your rolls and spell save DC per level of exhaustion that you have. Up to 11, where 11 is death. So go ahead and roll a perception check to try to look for things. Sorry, you're just getting your low rolls out, you know? With a 1... Oh, you already did the 3. Okay. With a 4... You unfortunately don't seem to spot things, and time is running out, dude. You're going to go ahead and take either one more point of exhaustion or another d4 of damage. I will let you choose.
I don't have many d4s of damage in me, I'll be
no,
honest.
You don't. You're level 1 character, other than sorcerer of all things.
Oh boy. Both of them don't sound good. I'm gonna take that point of extra exhaustion first.
Okay. Now, I will like to remind you that every session we have one free inspiration if you do want to reroll anything. In addition, I believe you also have one stockpiled reference inspiration as well.
You absolutely know I'm not using that one.
There will be a day, dude. There will be
I will have 30 of those built up, or I will have none.
You blow it all on gambling after pulling it off like 3 times.
Hey man, if you bring us to a casino, and we got slots, and you're saying a 20 gets us there, and I have 30 chances.
So, as you begin to wander around the valley, you begin to see a shape in the distance, a little mound, if you will. The blizzard is all around you, and it is strictly obscuring your vision here.
I might as well go check out the mound. Hopefully it can be like some sort of lean-to or a tree or something.
Oh, it's
buried
a little
in
bit
there.
more better than that. So, ahead the snow parted around something. It is a structure buried deep in the frost. The faint curve of an arch or gate glinting in the moonlight above you.
Oh. Okay. Just like an arch, or does it lead into an actual structure?
Roll perception, but this will be a very easy perception. Just roll a 6.
Oh boy, a 6? You know my rolls today.
I know, 6 is challenging. You haven't even really rolled above it.
Alright. Oh, I rolled 6. But I kind of have some negatives here.
Okay. So you do know that this is a kind of like a fence that's been buried by deep snow, and you're at the top of the arch of the entrance. Ahead will be a house that is the next mound. The issue and the result of this perception check is you're not entirely certain where the entrance of this door is. You just know that it's buried. You don't know kind of like the layout in order to glean and to get to the door right away.
I think I'll spend my inspiration trying to find an entrance to this place.
Okay.
Alright. Come on, 9 or higher. Oop, I don't know why I rolled advantage. I'll just re-roll.
No, I'll just take the first number. So the first number was a 16. Minus 1, minus 3. So 12 plus 2, so 14.
Okay.
So 14. You go ahead and you have a rough idea in your mind of how a typical house looks. You expect the gate to be kind of just in front of the door to the house. Just off to you're thinking of like old fantasy homes. The path is directly from the arch to the door. It's not like modern homes where, we have a driveway and it's off to the left or right.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right.
Now, how are you going to dig out the door to the house? Or if that's what you're going to do anyways.
Coins, bread. The bread's probably hard enough to use as a shovel at this point.
Probably. At least it's preserved, won't be moldy.
Silver linings.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see any skill that would really help other than maybe athletics.
I would agree.
So, I think I'll just start digging out with that.
Now, I will kind of say this. You do have spells. Are there any spells that could possibly help you? We're using your basic level 1 sorcerer spell or class.
Oh, I thought I only got those once we got to Batavia.
Nah, this is just a thing that I'm kind of just kind of giving. We're just working off your level 1 sheet as for simplicity's sake.
Let's see. I'm trying to decide between prestidigitation and elementalism. I don't think prestidigitation will do anything.
I don't think so either.
Would Beckon Earth from elementalism allow me to move that?
I'd say you could just use Sculpt Element in order to kind of pull out 1 feet of cube. Instead of filling in, you can kind of dig yourself like a Minecraft block out.
I could do a lot with that now. That's dangerous giving me that power. Alrighty, I'll use elementalism to dig out a path.
Okay, since your target is snow, it is very easy, so I'm not even going to have you roll to do so. You go ahead and fairly quickly excavate a way to the door, and indeed it is the door. Yeah, your turn.
About how deep was this place buried in?
7 feet.
Oh, average Canadian day then.
Basically from the ground level to where you are, 7 feet.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll head inside and hopefully start wringing out these clothes, maybe starting a fire. If there's a fireplace or anything.
So as you go ahead and open the door, you let out a small sigh of relief that it is actually unlocked. And as you
Good, I'm not adding breaking and entering yet.
As you go ahead and enter, there's something off about this place immediately. Immediately you see light inside the house. To your right, where the window would be, is a lit lantern. The house itself is frosted and mostly just covered in snow from all angles. I'm going to play new music, so please pull this up now that you've entered the home. And make sure to put it on repeat.
Alrighty. Is it just like a one-room house here, or is there like pathways further in? Okay.
So the door creaked as you pushed it open. You feel it, finally since before this journey. Warmth. The fireplace crackles, and out laid hot, fresh food. Some vegetable soup, loaded baked potato, and hotly brewed tea. The air smelled of cedar smoke and old parchment. The ache of your wings loosened under the fireplace's warmth. Droplets of ice and snow melt harmlessly into the floorboards. Inside, the house was simple. Wooden beams, a hearth of stone where embers glowed, cushions of fur piled near the fire, inviting you to cast your layers off and thaw. As you look around, the house is small and everything is cramped together. The kitchen is next to the fireplace, and the fireplace is next to the dining room, which is all within 10 feet of each other. To your left, at ground level, is a staircase going up, with firewood underneath the staircase. So this is a very tiny home.
Right. Quite cozy, especially given the conditions outside.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? I'm gonna call out, see if there's like anyone here.
You go ahead and call out, and nothing stirs or answers in any way. You only hear the wind and the howling that goes on outside, and the crackling fireplace. Currently, you see everything of the first floor as soon as you enter. The only thing you can't really see are, inside the cupboards or up the stairs.
Well, I suppose the best thing to do would be to dry out the winter gear here first and maybe warm up by the fire.
As you go ahead and undress, putting things laden over, that way it can all drip onto the floor, making sure everything is getting nice and heated, you yourself begin to also thaw out, and the warmth feels lovely. The food is still sitting there, nice and hot, ready for you to eat. By the fire, you see what appears to be a what do you call it? Like a cauldron for the food, the vegetable soup that's in it. So there is plenty of vegetable soup to be had. And on the kitchen stove is a kettle.
Well, I still do have food from earlier. You say there's a kettle on the stove?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if there's like a stick or something that I can prop on like the potatoes that I still have in my pack. And just like roast them over the fire.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be taking other people's food, especially when they're living like this.
Well, their entire house was buried. And you still haven't checked upstairs. I would maybe caution you to check upstairs first to determine if anybody does live here.
All right, let's check upstairs.
Okay, are you going to be quiet and stealthy or no?
I'm gonna say no, because
Okay.
I'm hoping not to startle whoever lives here.
As you go ahead and climb, you reach what is a queen-size bed, what I like to call basically a crawl bed, where there's just the space for yourself to crawl into bed. Think of it as like a loft. And as you go up the stairs, you are greeted with the large queen-size bed. It's a small cutout just above the fireplace, which was given as a vent to allow easier heat transference for those that sleep in the bed. The bed itself, as you lightly brush it, making sure nobody's in the bed, is extremely comfortable, made of the finest furs, silk, and cotton. Everything here is a perfect getaway from the outside cold. There is no one in the house.
This is quite surreal. How would this still be like this, even after being buried like this and no one being here?
Roll history or luck. I will let you do either. Or insight.
I'll go and roll ahead and roll history.
Okay.
Very nice.
You are too frozen to think. You're not exactly sure why a house out here in the middle of nowhere would be this warm with fresh baked food, but you didn't see Duox. And it is very much possible that he did set this up for you.
Well, I don't see any snakes or spiders, so it couldn't have been him. And the rest of the house is, I've already explored or basically seen from where I was.
It's a small home.
Something feels off, but I guess don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah.
What's that?
What's that?
I guess I'll go and check out the soup, see what's sort of floating in it. Maybe see if it's...
It's your classic vegetable soup. There's some meat that is inside of it, as well as vegetables from onion to corn. I just lost all the ingredients. God dang it. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up. Okay, so there's onion, carrots, celery, as well as bits of potato, diced tomatoes, green beans, corns, peas, and a little bit of meats inside of there as well. And it's all using fresh ingredients. Nothing's rotten.
That was going to be my next worry. That it's just like real old, but...
Now you are.
All right, might as well.
You could. I mean, you could check if there's magic around, but.
Oh yeah, I suppose I could do that. Yeah. Because, like, this feels very weird to me. Just totally finding this all set up. Arcana, you mean, for,
Yes.
Checking magic? Alright, anything above 4. Alright, I'll take 8.
Holy smokes, man. You're killing me with these rolls.
Listen, alright, next session it's gonna be only 20s, like 5 rolls in a row. Trust me, this is how it goes.
Okay, so with an Arcana check of 7, you do not detect any source of magic here.
Alright, soup's on.
Everything is A-okay.
Alright, might as well grab me a bowl of that. Maybe check the cupboards for some utensils or something. I don't feel like drinking straight out of the pot. That'd be kind of weird.
There are some utensils that are set out with the already made food. But there are some utensils in the cupboard drawer that you could grab as well if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll just grab like a bowl or something.
Sure. So, are you going to be eating the food that's left out on the table, or are you just going to be eating the food that's in the pots and pans?
I'm just gonna take what's in the pot.
Okay.
It's hot and ready, you know.
Okay. So as you go ahead and leave the nice hot pile of food that somebody or something left for you onto the table, you go ahead and grab your own bowl, because after all, whatever ghosts there may be here, that's their food. And you begin to eat the food that you grabbed. The food is perfectly tasted and perfectly seasoned as well. You really love this flavor of food, as long as you love the ingredients that are within it, of course. Everything about it tastes genuinely good. Whoever crafted this, whoever concocted these great foods, is doing a damn good job.
Oh, it's all nice and cozy. Is there like any pictures on the wall or anything I can like
No.
look at to see and try and identify who lived here or who lives here?
Other than bits of like fern as decorative pieces, there's nothing there.
About how long have we been walking through this labyrinth sort of deal?
You have kind of lost track of time, and time doesn't really flow normally in Dreadman's Cradle regardless. I'm not going to give that information, because it's
Fair.
just impossible to tell.
All right, long enough
Yeah,
is what I'm going to
most
go
certainly. Long enough to get some good sleep in. That's for certain.
for. Yeah. Well, there's nothing else to do other than to wait for the clothes to dry, so might as well take a nap on the plush bed.
Sure. As you go ahead and rest in the bed, it feels amazing. The best bed that you have ever slept in. There isn't any competition. Now, you said that you wanted to nap. Is this the thing that you're going to fight to stay awake-ish, or are you going to actually go to sleep?
Might as well go to sleep, you know. Let the clothes dry out. I imagine that'll take some time.
Okay. So, your 3 exhaustion, right?
I think I was at 4.
Okay, your 4 exhaustion. Due to the perfect nature of the food, due to the perfect nature of the bed, and due to long resting, you reduce your exhaustion by 3 points.
Ooh. Alrighty.
This is the advantage you get when you invest into supplies, as well as cooking, which seems to be what both of your companions are also doing. Now, they don't
Oh, great.
know
It's going to be
this
3 chefs.
They don't know this information that, resting very well with very high-end supplies helps them greatly. So maybe write it down, when you guys get together that, this does help.
Alrighty. I will become Chef Ramsay for this.
All right, so you go ahead and sleep perfectly soundly. The best rest you have ever gotten besides when you were in the womb. So, please play that next song. And let me know when you're
Alrighty. Yep.
Okay. My YouTube is dying, so give me a sec. There we go. Okay. You awake, still warm thanks to the fire below. The fire no longer cackles. Now it is just embering logs. There's still enough food to make a good hot meal, and plenty of logs need be if you're not feeling satisfied that your equipment is thawed out.
Well, I'm just gonna I guess feel them over, make sure they're dry.
As you go ahead and pat them, they feel absolutely dry. There's not a single drop of sweat or buildup or a nook or cranny of any sort of moisture. Now,
Alright.
your mind kind of wanders about Durox. If he is alive, you aren't sure where he went to. And regardless, he didn't seem to mind the cold at all, so, maybe he didn't freeze at all. But regardless, you are able to look outside of the window. Your home here is no longer buried underneath a mountain of snow. Outside, the blizzard subsided in your area. Now above was just a pale sun, faint but golden, brushing its golden rays onto the snowfields below. Somehow, a large quantity of snow has melted mysteriously in your sleep.
This is very odd. This valley should be like permafrost from what I understand.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, there's still snow and ice everywhere, but for all intents and purposes, think of it as when winter kind of first hits and sticks. You still see snow everywhere, but it's not built up. It's not piled up anywhere.
Right. I might as well put on my layers.
Yep. And I'm not gonna force you to recite the literacy that I gave you.
Oh, don't worry. Beanie, balaclava, goggles, stuff like that.
You forgot the
all the thin stuff first, and then all the thick stuff outside. That's basically how I remember it.
And you're heading outside?
Yeah. Can't wait around here all day.
All right. As you head
I just hope the Fae don't attack me for stealing their food or something.
As you head outside, the valley walls rise, steepening into cliffs of black ice that stabs into the sky. Ahead, a single peak loomed, jagged and vast, its summit lost in the storm over yonder. The amulets around your neck chimes against your chest. You sit now in a caldera, only the now blocked path being your only entrance. The valley's walls surround you. Thankfully, the storm is gone. You notice a climbing pack just beside the house in a shed, glinting in the pale sun, untouched by the snow at least. What do you do?
You said a climbing pack?
Climbing pack, that's right. Despite you being a Pegasus, so.
I mean, am I able to fly here, or am I still ground-bound due to the magic in the area?
You can try.
Alrighty. I'm gonna see what's in the pack exactly.
As you look through the pack, you see that it is a rather robust, modern type of equipment for being an ice pick, as well as stakes and rope to climb. As for trying to fly, you cannot fly.
Damn, my one weakness. Gravity.
Choosing a Pegasus.
I'm sure Dinkelberg has something to do with this. I'm gonna yell at him later. If you get that reference.
I do. I've always watched the Fairly Odd Parents. Thank you.
Alrighty. So we're just in this crater.
Yeah, caldera.
Right. Same difference, I guess.
Yeah.
there's no like real accessible paths. It's just like climb or you're stuck down here, huh?
Mm-hmm. But you remember the words that Duark spoke to you. If you go above on the plateau, you're dead. That
But if
being
I'm
said,
stuck down here, I'm also dead.
Yeah, that's true. That being said, the eternal blizzard doesn't seem to be eternal because it's clearly not around you. Instead, the sun shines and the blizzard is not there. You don't hear the howl of the wind. You do hear it by the summit, though. And based on the warming of the chime, the amulet that is against your neck, that's probably your destination.
Alrighty. Yeah, let's get to climbing. We have rope, pythons, hammers, stuff like that, I imagine.
Yeah.
I'll try and figure out how to use that equipment to climb up.
Go ahead and roll me a 1d20, and I will let you choose kind of like a variable of like strength, dex, wisdom, intelligence to roll off of from it. But you gotta convince me.
I think I'd try to use dexterity, just try and like climb up, grab onto handholds, and making sure
Sure.
I can just sort of like
go ahead and roll acrobatics if
maneuver
that is
my
what
way
you would
through.
like.
All right.
And reminder, you took -3 to exhaustion, so you just have 1 exhaustion left.
Sweet, my luck's turning around.
Nice. Okay, with a 16, you absolutely make it up to the plateau top. All around you, you can't really see too much in terms of like features because it's all kind of flat up here. However, you do see the Everfrost trees, and you see the larger mountains that are kind of making up the caldera, the Dreadman's Cradle itself. But you are, in fact, on the plateau, and the cold isn't even there. It's cold, but there's no cold, you know?
Yeah. Is there like any particular path forward, or is this just like a large flat plateau?
Large flat plateau, and the thing that you're wanting to get to is the black jagged spire, the summit.
Is that like readily visible, or is that like
Yeah.
obstructed through weather? Okay. Alrighty. Onwards and upwards. If it's up.
Now, the journey itself, while heading towards the summit, is long. The summit is like the spine of an ancient titan, its jagged ridges black against a swirling gray sky. You arrive at afternoon to the lower climb of the summit. Miraculously, there still is no wind or anything of that nature. Not yet. However, you see that above, towards the middle and the top of the summit, there is the storm that rages on.
Well, made it this far. Got nowhere else to go. Let's keep going.
Okay. I need you to make another acrobatics climb. So even better now, you were able to climb up the lower climb pretty easily. The lower climb was just you're getting pretty good at climbing with some ice picks. So I'm going to go ahead and give you proficiency towards climbing.
Okay.
Just mark that in notes, and then we'll officialize it in a moment, or later.
Okay. So now that I've climbed up this way,
Now that you
what exactly do I see? Is it like a great deal below me? Am I just reaching into the storm now?
So below you is where you came from, which is the flat plateaus. You see the trail that you took. You see your other trials. You see the Black Obsidian Bridge. You also see the statues, the choir, and then you also see the little home. Now above you, it's starting to blizzard. You know that your climb from the middle to the final climb is going to be wrought with blizzards. But now, getting from the lower to the middle climb, you're just going to have to deal with a little bit of the storm, not the full fury of it.
Okay. Well, further up we go.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and need a 1d20 plus your chosen proficiency. Your chosen ability score bonus plus your proficiency bonus that you gain from climbing. For being proficient in it. Now, with being proficient in climbing, it's basically you're proficient on how to climb in the method that you choose. For you chose dexterity, so dexterity would be your climbing ability score. And we'll just use that from now on. Okay. The wind presses against your back, but you've gotten a real good handle on this now. You just naturally clicked with being able to climb, and even the blizzard doesn't pull you back. However, the blizzard itself is unrelenting. Please make a Constitution saving throw as the ice begins to form into you.
Man, it's a good thing I'm a sorcerer. Ouch.
So with an 8, you are now going to be vulnerable towards the blizzard. If you would have succeeded, basically you would be resistant to any further blizzard damage, but you failed this roll, so now you're just going to have to deal with it as like a regular person. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright, now one final climb in order to get from the middle to the final climb, which will be the top of the summit. Now, now that I need to roll for climbing to get you from the middle to the final climb.
Alrighty, I guess anything with acrobatics I cannot roll below a 15.
Alright. With grace, despite now hitting the full force of the storm, you expertly climb your way up it. You are determined, passionate to get past all of this, to finally be done with all these trials. The wind howled against the mountain's spine, tearing breath from your chest. The piercing needles of ice burrow deep within your skin. Snow blinds you, and for a heartbeat, you thought you climbed alone. Now to head to this. Let me know once the map has loaded.
It's just loaded in.
Okay, so you're good?
Yep.
Okay. Ahead on the ridge, you saw it. Or rather, yourself. Let's see.
Oh. This has got out of hand. Now there's two of me.
Can you see the token?
Yeah, I can see both tokens.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I can't see it anymore.
Oh, alright. Let me toggle that off. So you see yourself in the distance. You see it kind of blink in and out of reality. Storm of snow mixed with lightning falls from the heavens onto a ridge, a figure with feathers alight with magic. Her mane hung in an ethereal wave, eyes piercing straight into your soul. So you've come. I am what the cradle makes of you. I am the weight of every step you will not take, every vow you fail to keep. Look at me, dreamer. I am your shadow, but also your crown. Her form wavered and flickered radiantly. Silver fire poured from her wings, the hollowed pony blazing like a fallen star, and the storm itself bent away from her, bowing in awe. She steps closer now, and through her hooves left no mark in the snow. The piercing eyes turned to the mountain above, her gaze tracing the storm where no path could be seen. Climb and you may bear her sign. Fall and you will be cast asunder. And I have no music. More music. Okay, let me know once you
Yep, it's
put on
playing.
that song. Okay, so I need you to go ahead and roll. Let me start this. Let's see. Okay. So you are now in combat against this figure. Do you see the combat encounter tab at the top right?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
Now, clicking the dice by it will roll your initiative. Please do so.
-1 from exhaustion.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. So, as you go ahead and roll for initiative, you have an instinct of what you need to do. You need to win somehow, and your objective is to get to the top of the mountain.
Okay.
Don't die. Let me just...
My favorite tip ever.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking for a specific thing here. I'm not finding it. Oh, it's that. Okay. Okay. So I'm ready. This is going to be very interesting combat, and it's going to be a little confusing at first, but we'll get through it.
I get it. It's more of
So-
like a puzzle combat, isn't it?
No. Do you
Oh, no?
see that
Okay.
ray that is facing directly towards you?
Yeah, I see the line.
Okay. The way that some encounters work is that the specific line is going to be struck, and it's an automatic hit of whatever is there by the start of next turn. So, your objective now, for demonstration purposes, is to not be in the line or you will die. It's...
Gotcha. All right. And I'm currently just clinging onto the side of the mountain here.
Yes.
All right. What's my movement looking like? Is it difficult terrain, or is this going to be a check?
Nope. If you want to climb the mountain, it'll be the climbing check. But
Okay.
other than that, all movement is normal except for flying, which you cannot fly. Now, if you look at the map pretty closely, I will give you a hint that there are
Ladders
map-
and such?
Yeah, there's layers. The map is important, but just keep that in mind. I won't tell you exactly why it's important, but it is important.
Alrighty. I'm gonna try and get some movement going here. I don't want to be I get a bad feeling of standing in this spot or
Yeah.
hanging in this spot. Alrighty.
Okay. So you are climbing.
Alright.
Now with
So
climbing,
what's my-
climbing is equal to half your movement speed,
Okay.
just so you're aware.
Just my normal movement or my flying movement?
It would be normal movement because you can't fly.
Fair enough. Alright. Are we treating diagonals as every other one is double the movement needed?
No, it's 5 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Then you hear it. Incomprehensible words. Words that were twisted, layered, fractal. Each syllable folded into the next, splitting and recombining. Meanings stacked so fast your mind couldn't hold them. Your ears rang, vision blurred, the very sound of it pressing into your skull, the words feeling as though you're going to split your skull. Opening your eyes against the storm, you see it, a hurl of magic coming right for you. As you go ahead and step to the side, the ray of the lightning as well as the white snow kind of like pierce like a beam and rip right past you. You feel the shock wave of force that is right. You feel the shock wave of force as it goes right beside you, but you are taking no damage. You know for a fact that if you would get hit, you would die.
Right, that seemed pretty powerful. Oh. I see. Okay.
Alright, now done.
Alrighty.
Now, you can use
I should have been a
Arcana as
mole person so I
free
could dig under this.
action. You can use Arcana as a free action to determine maybe what it might do.
Yeah, let's do that.
You need to dodge or you'll die. Okay, now dodge.
Wow, this line is pretty easy to dodge. Oh, okay.
Okay, with 7, I'm sorry, but you do not know what this is going to do. However,
Oh, geez, Scoob.
I will give you a hint, because this is new for you. I am very specific with what I say and where I place things. So the line is coming from the top left, and it's kind of rolling out over the mountainside. And that's all I can really say.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna have to try and like get some extra movement to climb up to the top of this here.
You have action to dash, and that equates to climb speed.
Okay. Do I need to make the check for the climb or no?
Yes, you would need to check for the climb. It is a very easy climb since you're not climbing too much. It will be a DC of 6.
Alrighty. Anything but a 1. Or a 2. Yeah, anything but a 1. Yep.
Okay, with a 7, you do manage to make it up onto the ridge. Yep.
Then I guess I'll try and hunker in this corner here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, like I'm gonna try and like take cover here. Yeah.
Okay. As you go ahead and like huddle against the ridge line as hard as you can, you see it. You feel a rumbling. A wave of avalanche comes crashing from the corner, spilling its contents all over the mountainside.
Oh,
Luckily,
okay.
You actually chose correct in trying to squeeze as hard as you can against the mountainside. You do dodge it. Okay. Now let me-
Man, not even this ghost is the only thing I'm fighting against.
Okay.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm just gonna move out of the way of that.
All right. So as you go ahead and get out of the way of that, you see large icicle spires go ahead and jut out from these runes of magic that hung in the sky. You successfully dodge the ice spikes. Okay, this is a two-parter. Give me a sec. Okay.
Could I make a check to try and determine what's going on with
Yes.
these attacks? Arcana, I imagine?
Yes. Okay, with a 12, you can kind of inference this. You can inference this okayishly well. You see that there are two rays that are northward of you, and you can presume that these are a ray type attack, or an icicle spider. However, one of these is facing from a particular point and exploding outwards in a big area of effect. Now, you're not sure what this area of effect might do, but it's probably easy to guess that it's not coming from the top mountain down, so it's not an avalanche. It is an unknown effect.
Okay.
And
Are the
again,
ladders just like free to climb, or will they
Yes.
also require the same movement check? Okay.
They are free to climb. And again, the map, the terrain, is very important.
Right. I'm gonna go and like hold against this wall then if the one thing is coming from the left.
Okay. So, as you have predicted, you see the rays up top come crashing down. Two large icicles come crashing, and they completely miss you. However, there's the left concussive strike that lets out like a big concussion of air in order to like push you, for example. And however, with you tucking yourself into that corner, you completely miss it. And now, this is the next one. Oh, give me a second. Okay. Your turn.
You're not gonna stop me from climbing this mountain. Let's see, is that still in the blast or is that free? I can't
You're
quite
free,
tell.
you're free.
Okay. And then I'm gonna try and like climb up this like rock to my
Okay, that would be a very
top
easy
right.
climb. It's just the like basically 5 feet, so it'd be DC of 6. Nice. You do it, no problem. No problem at all.
Alrighty. That'll be my turn, I think.
Okay. So as you haven't seen this attack before, but now the same type of ray of energy of lightning and cold snow, they now extend outwards in all directions from this person. But they stay.
Oh.
And in addition, if you go across these rays, you're walking into it. You're gonna get hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, that's not the end though, because there's now going to be okay.
Man, the area on Thunderwave really got increased.
Now,
That's all.
what you do know is that you are on a lower ledge of the enemy, so the ray of beam is above you. Even if you were directly under it right now, it is still above you.
Okay.
How low can you go?
Well, I am pretty short, so fairly low. I'm gonna have to try and make a climb check here then. Okay.
Okay, you succeed. Okay. As you go ahead and reach the other side, the two concussive blasts go ahead and ignite, pushing nobody, and the ray of beams come to a cease. Okay, your turn.
Hoo boy. All right. I gotta keep climbing onward.
Yeah.
Really glad I had that suit by now.
their turn. And they're going to... Let me fix that. Okay, your turn.
Okay. I suppose I'll use my Arcana to see what's going on here.
Okay.
Damn, okay. Arcana is not my strong suit.
Nope. No, you
All right.
You can't glean anything. I will say that at least one of these attacks you have seen before.
Yeah. I'm gonna go here and just sort of like hunker against the mountain. Hopefully it's another like avalanche type deal.
Okay. Indeed, as you correctly have predicted, a avalanche rushes from the top and falls over you. The thing behind you is a ray, and you just barely dodge it, but it stays on this time. And
Oh, the ray is still here?
yes. So I guess this is kind of spoilers for what is going to happen with the raid, but she's going to circle around with it. So everything in this radius is what she's kind of like swiping at.
Okay, I get it. Alright.
Okay?
Yeah, well, she's sort of moving around, I guess. I don't know.
No, she's not. Well, twirling, I guess. So
Alright,
she
cool.
goes ahead and the ray rips into the rock here, cutting out like a part of it. And the ray just barely doesn't reach her position. And it continues to go around. Okay, your turn.
Alright, well, I'm gonna hit her with a ray of my own just because I feel like it. Eh.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. Misses.
Damn. That's alright. Alrighty, gonna start trying to climb up again.
Okay, this is a very steep section of the cliff. It would be way more difficult. It will be a save DC, not save DC, but a 13. Alright, nice.
Alrighty.
Okay. Now,
Man, they got all the cool spell types. They got cones, they got rays, they got whole avalanches.
alright, it's your turn.
Is this going forward more climbing, or is this walking at this point?
No more climbing, all walking.
Alright. I'm gonna try and like scoot behind this tree and take cover from whatever's happening.
Okay. So yet another concussive beam lashes out from the top. Luckily, you were able to dodge them. The cone, however, is absolute zero. It frosts everything in complete ice in that direction. It covers the tree, but you are behind it and have full cover from it. The tree, as you breathe out as a sigh of relief, shatters the frozen tree due to its fragile nature now. So
Oh
that tree
boy.
is technically not there. And as you reach the top, the spirit down here vanishes.
Thank goodness that's over. That's two more appear up further up ahead, huh?
What did you think about that little encounter?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
Awesome.
I really liked it.
You'll be seeing a lot more dynamic boss fights like that as well in the future. But that gives you a small, very small taste of what it is.
Alrighty.
As you crest the top of the mountain, you see it unfurl in front of you. Okay. Okay, do you see that?
The codex for Moonvale?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, congratulations. As you crest the top of the mountain, you see it unfold in front of you. For the first time, Moonvale Academy. In a valley's cradle, there it rests, the sky well lit with the beautiful cosmos dancing in the sky. Vibrant streams of magic flow throughout the small city. Cliffs glow faintly with argent veins of starlit crystal. Vast towers of silver gray stone twisting upwards towards the sky. Everywhere, bridges stretch between towers and terraces. Lanterns in the shapes of crescent moons hang from building to building, casting soft halos of light. Courtyards are planted with midnight gardens, flowers of which only bloom under starlit sky, their petals glowing ever so faintly. Moonvale, a sanctum eternal, a cathedral to magic and the night. Now there's new music instead of boss music.
Ooh. Man, if I could learn magic like that. Alright, music's playing.
Okay. Alright. You now have crested into the city. The stage is once again all yours to where you want to go. I will say, of course, your objective is to be at the academy, which is the heart of the city.
Is the storm still going on, like, in the city, or is it just, like, around the city?
Around the city. The city itself has very still air. The storm doesn't touch you.
Well, somewhat cozy now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I'll make my way through the streets. Not really sure where to go. I suppose I could ask someone for directions to the main academy door or gate or whatever.
Sure. As you near the city itself, you see that life is very quiet and still around here. It's very obvious that not a lot of people are in fact here. I mean, this is a highly prestigious school that is deadly to get to say the least. But you do
Awesome.
find people still walking the streets late at night, going on about their day. You see a cream-colored pony who is a unicorn with blonde and red mane. Are you going to ask some of the questions?
Hi there.
Hello.
I'm looking to get to the academy proper. don't suppose you could give me any directions?
She's going to roll insight against you, seeing why you might ask that question. She doesn't know exactly why you would ask this, so she's just gonna ask you plainly. Yeah? Why would you ask that? Don't you know where it's at?
Not really. Kind of.
She looks at you.
I don't know, I'm just looking for like some administration area or something.
Are you new?
I'm just... Yeah,
Whoa,
just blew into
you're
town.
New? You're new?
Yeah?
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Here. She goes ahead and she finishes up. As you can kind of see what she's doing, she has a mail bag on her. She pushes mail into the slot and she said, I'll go ahead and make my way towards Moonvale Academy or University now. It's on my list of places that I need to go to anyways, so I'll help you out. I'll be a little guide for you. It's just right this way, I guess. What's your
Thanks.
name?
I'm due.
Good to meet you, Du. The name is Cream Amber, at your service.
Cream Amber. Gotcha. Got it.
Well,
You deliver the mail here?
yeah. It's not too fanciful. I don't really use magic because I like getting out to stretch, but on occasion I do use some magic in order to just send stuff. But today I just chose to walk these streets because it's an absolutely beautiful day out.
It certainly is a lot better than the mountainside I just climbed up.
Yeah, tell me about your journey. What happened? What was your trial like?
Well, I came in with, Archmage Duox. He just brought me to the gate down below and walked me through, how to go through the labyrinth. And there's a lot of tasks trying to find the right way through.
Yes, there is. What were some of the trials that you had? If you don't mind me asking.
Well,
you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Well, first we were in this valley and it forked two ways. And, well, we just had to figure out which way was the right way to go.
Oh,
And
the choir, right? I believe
Yeah.
I read that somewhere.
And
she
there were
kinda
these...
looks down at the ground. Did the Archmage follow you to the next trial? She chooses her words very carefully.
Yes, we made it through just fine.
Hey, you passed it.
Yeah. And then we came to this chasm. It had like this glass bridge and... Well, I guess...
Roll a history check with her to see if she knows anything about it. And despite making a 13, she has no idea what you're talking about. But such is the labyrinth. It's always changing. No, I haven't heard of the glass bridge chasm. What happened?
Wait, you didn't have to go through the glass bridge?
No. In fact, everybody's trials are always a little bit different. Some people, of course, are the same for certain parts of the trial, but the labyrinth is basically alive. It's all determined based off of you and how your journey in life has kind of shaped it.
Right. Okay.
My trial was quite a bit different. There was a lot of people that I had to navigate through and speak to in order to get the right information to unlock this door, because it had a secret passphrase. And I succeeded.
I see.
But she kind of trails off, not really exactly wanting to say what happens next, but she continues through her next trial. She said, then, anyways, I went ahead and I went to what was kind of like a frozen lake of sorts, and inside of the frozen lake there was this like island, a little cave. And when I went into this frozen cave, it led me to this strange door, and there was a person spouting a bunch of like, honestly, heretical nonsense about like Hermanius Mora or something, and I wasn't exactly able to solve it. I guess.
think I might have read about this one. Was I might have. Was there like a big cube down there?
There was! Yeah, yes!
Ah, yeah.
Go ahead and give yourself an inspiration point for reference. Yeah, there was this really cool book that I read, and it gave me a lot of cool information. Now...
Yeah, I read about that somewhere. I don't remember exactly what it was. Was the book interesting?
It was very interesting, very enlightening. The thing is that I wasn't supposed to read the book, so technically I failed the trial, but my punishment was to go through now a new labyrinth. And that new labyrinth, there was these really annoying, I'm just gonna say it, buttheads that kept screaming at me in these like incomprehensible words, and there was like these like tentacles with spikes and a bunch of black puddles everywhere and these weird monsters. It was terrifying, but I survived.
That sounds incredible.
It was.
Well,
if you weren't being chased like I was. There was lots of books everywhere flying about, and I would have loved to read more, but I was busy trying to stay alive.
I kind of understand that.
There was a lot of bullshit puzzles. Now, as you kind of get comfortable with Cream Amber, you finally arrive to the great doors of Moonvale. Well, this is Moonvale University. I suppose I will catch you later.
Oh, okay. I'll see you around, Miss Cream.
Yeah, can't wait to deliver mail to you. Goodbye, Dew.
Goodbye.
The enormity of the great doors of Moonvale comes into focus. Twin slabs of moonstone, veined with living silver, each carved into a likeness of Nightmare Moon herself. Across their surface, flowing arcs of starlit glyphs cascade like a river of night, reminiscent of the Lake of Tears. The runes flicker faintly, constellations shifting with every glance, weaving together, flowing the outline of her mane. At the center, her eyes blaze as twin crescents, sharp and luminous, their cold silver light catching you in their gaze. You feel as though they are not carvings at all, but actually watching you. Below, lines of interlocking circles and triangles etch the shapes of her helm and armored shoes. Intricate patterns that pulse with warding power. Together, the sigils form not only her image, but her presence sealed into this very door. There's a large knocker to knock on the door.
This is incredible. I haven't seen anything like this back in my town. As I go and reach up to the knocker and just knock, knock, knock.
As you knock, the door opens, and Duox, standing there, all warm and cozy in his robes, greets you. You made it! Congratulations, Du.
Duox?
Yes.
How did you... When?
Well, you slept for a long time, and I just kind of continued without you. I thought you might have
left
been
me
dead.
back there?
I couldn't do anything about it. If I tried to move you... Well, let me be clear. I did try to move you, because you were kind of making a snowdrift. And when I tried to move you, you were quite literally like a stone. I just literally couldn't move you. It was like you were frozen in place.
But
I thought you were dead.
But weren't you with me in the nebula? Weren't you there?
Yes, I was. I was there, but after you went ahead and reached the... wherever you went to, up. Weird choice. I sort of woke up by myself, and the story is as is. I couldn't move you, and I didn't want to die, so I left.
And so you left your student there instead of, I don't know, trying to wake them up or something?
I don't know what to say. I couldn't. I promise you, I did try to wake you, move you, do anything, but you were just frozen in time. I went ahead and checked on you with Arcana. You were alive, you were still breathing, but you had this sort of time manipulation on you. So this is just kind of where our journey parted. Now, don't get me wrong, I know it sounds crass and cold, but sometimes these things happen with the trials. There are times where your trial has to be by yourself, or that you had died somehow mysteriously to the unknowns of the Archmage, and, well, we can't stay with you forever.
Right. Well, I guess that makes sense.
And, you know...
in a way.
If I did somehow was able to move you, I unfortunately couldn't really have done much if you were dead. Because, you know, reviving is kind of a godly power in these parts, so there isn't anything that I could have done, or any of us could have done, besides, Solar Eclipse herself.
Right. Okay.
Now, how was the journey? What happened?
It was, interesting, to say the least. Well, I found this cabin buried in the snow.
Oh?
And it was quite cozy, actually. And there was no one there, and there was just a bunch of food prepared and a nice bed. As if someone was still living there, despite it being buried under several feet of snow.
Now, did you... Were the outside dimensions of the house the same on the inside?
I couldn't tell. The whole thing was buried almost up to the roof.
That's fair.
The only reason I knew it was there is because there was this gate that wasn't out front that wasn't completely buried.
Okay. You probably ran into one of the survivor houses. Those are set up as kind of a midway point in order for people to, on their journey, to become rested. Not all the time do you find one, but a lot of the times people stumble into it. Think of it as like a really nice halfway point, so to speak, or just after the halfway point would be more apt.
Okay. That's, that makes some more sense than, there just being an abandoned house with food and bed.
Yeah, all that food and stuff is made by Nightmare Moon in of itself. In a sense, it's just kind of like a automated type magic, so to speak. Same with the house and everything.
Incredibly nice.
Yeah.
All
I
things
unfortunately
considered.
haven't been able to be at a survivor house, but maybe I should have stuck with you in the frozen snow.
Maybe you should have.
Maybe I should have.
Anyways, then, like, after I had a nap, it sort of cleared up outside. Some of the snow was gone, and I was in this, like, pit, sort of like a caldera, I think.
Oh, yeah.
and I had to climb my way out, and then up the mountain, and even further up to, well, here.
Mm-hmm.
And I met myself on the pathway here. I was not nice.
He goes ahead and gives out a big laugh. Well, I mean, it's a cradle of what path you have not chosen. So, I'm glad to hear that it was not nice. That's good. That means you're nice, I hope. I mean, circumstances always do change, but hey.
It was also incredibly powerful with magic.
Well, that's because you're new to magic, aren't you, dude?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure one day you'll be like that, or maybe even more powerful.
Duox.
Yes?
Those visions I saw in that sort of like
Constellation hymn?
nebula.
Mm-hmm.
That too. Are they accurate?
Well, that's a hard question to answer because I can outright say that no, they're not accurate. But I also can say yes, they are accurate. They are every path that you can choose in life, and whether they all come true or none of them come true, it just depends on the footsteps that you take to get to where that scene, I suppose, would have taken place. So that's kind of your answer, is that yes, it's all true, and no, it's none of it is true. The hymn, the visions, is constellations that are of your past, of your present, and your future, and they all kind of like mangle into one, frankly, incoherent way.
That's both a relief and somehow disappointing in a way.
Well, I mean, it's your future. You can choose what you want.
I suppose that's right. There was some interesting people there that I felt a great connection to, though I haven't met them before.
Well, maybe they're your maybe they're your bunkmates.
Maybe. And well, never mind. I'd rather not think about that.
No problem. Now, speaking of that, you know, part of the hymn is kind of choosing your destiny, and you didn't do that. I mean, in a sense you did, but you didn't choose a destiny. What?
I mean, I think I did, in a way.
Well,
Going one's own path.
To all the students that I've had who choose what constellation to go with, you forsaked the stars and the path that was laid out in front of you and forged your own path, of one where I could not follow, which is probably why there was a bit of a time dilation between you and I waking. Normally that doesn't happen, sometimes it does, but it could explain why you were still asleep, so to speak.
I see.
Now, come on. Come inside. It's cold out there, and you're letting the warm air out. He goes ahead and gestures you to come inside Moonvale.
I hardly even noticed.
Indeed.
The cold's not really bothering me anyway.
Yeah. So speaking of that, you are becoming a full-fledged member, and you have conquered the vicious Moonvale, or, well, Dreadmoon's Cradle. You now have resistance to cold.
Oh. Very nice.
As you enter the room, the entrance hall rises higher than any cathedral nave you've ever seen. Its ceiling is a living sky. Constellations drift across the vault as if painted in light. From the nave, starlight spills across the polished marble with obsidian texturework floors. Along the walls, there are alcoves with statues of scholars, inquisitors, saints, and soldiers of past times. As you look around, you also see a lot of furniture, couches, desks, and reading areas with ponies of all types sitting or relaxing on the couches. As part of your first few weeks at Moonvale, you grew accustomed to its classes, its scheduling, rules, and people and layout. You were given a dorm room with Solstice Glow, a rust-red coated blonde-maned unicorn stallion that bore no cutie mark. Yet, and Vesda, a female red dragon who, by all accounts of Dragon Age, is a young fire dragon. The three of you quickly became friends. And Solstice Glow, despite having no cutie mark, was a pretty darn good cook, making the usual ramen meals more tolerable as the years go on inside the dorm room. He explained that he never quite found his calling in life and that he has been there for quite a long time studying every realm of magic that he possibly could, before eventually turning to find a hybrid magic martial sort of style. Vesda, however, was a slight bit of a troublemaker. No faults of her own, as dragons were always more confrontational than pony counterparts. She was a proud dragon that came from a higher family, and she even told you that one of her great-grandparents lived over by the World's Edge Mountains by Batavia. The classes in Moonvale were pretty awesome. You had lots of teachers, one for each school of magic, and the study of evocation magic came natural to you. Quickly, you were able to master some of the elements: cold, fire, and shock. Each of these elements you had a natural affinity to. However, there was an element that you had a particular aptitude for. You may choose one element of magic you have a special aptitude for: acid, thunder, cold, fire, poison, lightning, or force. Choosing a particular element will give you a special effect. Now listen closely, dude, okay? If you choose the particular school element of magic being acid, your magic leaves metal to tarnish and stone to pit. Even wards seem to hiss and melt in your wake. Whenever you deal acid damage, reduce the target's AC by 1. This effect can stack, and you can use this ability up to your proficiency bonus and regain your uses on a long rest. Do note that you cannot choose when this activates. It is only when you deal acid damage that this effect just happens upon a hit or saving throw fail. Thunder. Your words carry like war drums. Walls shake when you cast. Silence remembers your echo. Creatures that take thunder damage from you must succeed on a Constitution save or be deafened until the end of your next turn. In addition, your thunder spells reverberate an extra 10 feet radius. Being inside the reverberation forces the targets to make a Constitution save, as well as against the deafened effect. If the spell is a critical or the creature critically fails to save, they are stunned for 1 turn, including targets that fail the reverberation save. Cold. Frost clings to your feathers, breath, and steps where you stand. The world itself grows brittle. Whenever you deal cold damage, the target's speed is reduced by 10 feet until the end of your next turn. If they are already slowed, they instead gain disadvantage on their next attack roll. Fire. Your magic crackles with hunger, setting even shadows alight. Heat bends towards your fury. Once per turn when you deal fire damage, add 1d4 fire damage to the roll. Creatures reduced to 0 hit points by fire erupt into cinders, igniting nearby enemies within 10 feet for 1d6 fire damage. The damage increases by 1d4 and 1d6 respectively when you reach levels 5, 11, and 17. Poison. Your very aura feels cloying, like incense turned sour. Even the air carries whispers of rot when you walk by. When you deal poison damage, targets also become poisoned until the end of your next turn if they fail a Constitution save. You can use this ability equal to your proficiency bonus. You regain your uses on a long rest. In addition, poison where the creature is usually immune is now resistant, and those that are resistant have no resistance to your poison from your magic. Lightning. Sparks dance across your feathers, your heart beats as thunder, your blood a storm. Whenever you deal lightning damage, you may arc half your spellcasting modifier rounded up times 5 feet in distance to another creature of the original target. The chain lightning deals half damage of the original damage rolled to the additional arced targets. Force. Space itself bends subtly around you. Footsteps feel heavier. Words strike harder. The world reshapes to your will. When you deal force damage, you may push or pull the targets 10 feet in any direction. Now, choosing an element of magic is basically what you're honing in on during your time in Moonvale. You may only choose one element of magic in order to specialize in it. Which element of magic are you going to specialize in?
Well, poison is interesting because it means half the monster manual is now resistant instead of immune.
Yeah. It sucks that
which is a
literally
huge
every
boon
monster's
for
just
poison. Right. I don't get why like they're all immune. I get like undead and constructs and stuff, but then it's like, oh, this like animal is immune.
Yep.
And it's like, why? Why would they even have poison to begin with?
Yep.
Fire and thunder are also really interesting. I like thunder's like stun effect. That would be nice. And fire is like your fireball is more fireball.
Yeah. And it's really cool that like if you kill an enemy, they also explode within 10 feet for more fire damage to everybody around.
Force would be super funny with like magic missile, just like pushing or pulling someone 30 feet or more.
Yeah.
But let's see, half your spellcasting modifier rounded up times 5 feet. So okay. So about 15 feet distance to arc electricity at 20 charisma is what I'm understanding, right? For lightning?
Yeah, with your spellcasting modifier.
All right.
Now, your spellcasting modifier is not just that, it's also your proficiency bonus. So it's your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
That's a huge range then.
Yes,
okay. Instead of like a medium one.
Yeah, like around 40 feet would be kind of atypical for this level. Like 30 to 40.
Acid's also really cool because like -1 AC is just like a boon to the group.
Yeah.
Or at least the marshals and anyone who makes spell attack rolls.
And you're getting these specialized elemental effects because you're in exclusively Moonvale University. You are at the pinnacle of knowledge of magic. And as such, you have a lot more in-depth look into types of magic and what they really can do.
Right. They're all very tempting.
Yes, they are.
But I do like
choose one.
but I do like lightning, and that's like the main element I was gonna build around to begin with.
Okay.
So I'll go with that one.
Okay. Lightning is chosen. Let me write that down. And let me bold it for you.
All right.
There you go. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, during your time since you were 11 arriving at Moonvale, you spent an additional 10 years being at Moonvale. The position that you raised to in the lunar ordained was Initiate. The knight accepts you. Choose an element of magic: acid, thunder, cold, fire, poison, lightning, force. Whenever you cast a spell of that element, add +1 damage per spell level times your proficiency bonus as additional damage. Now, just to clarify, when you're choosing a hierarchy position as part of the lunar ordained, you're not gaining anything below it at all. You're just choosing basically a feat, we'll call.
Okay.
Right Keeper. And we're of course starting at the bottom, going towards the top, which the top is Archmage. Right Keeper.
Okay.
You may guard the secrets entrusted to the knight. I'll also copy and paste this. Right Keeper. You may guard the secrets entrusted to the knight. Once per short rest, you can empower a spell of your chosen element, forcing enemies to roll saves at disadvantage against it. Spell Write. You no longer recite the weave, you write it yourself. Choose one additional specialized element of magic. Magister. Your very voice joins the chorus of the night. Your chosen specialized element of magic becomes empowered. And then I will also paste the lightning portion of that, since that's what you took. So with the Magister Lightning Empowerment, arcs can chain through your allies, extending its range freely, costing no quote-unquote movement for the arc to chain to an ally. In addition, allies do not take any damage from being arced to. So basically...
Sweet, they're extending my range.
Yeah, let's say there's a enemy that's 15 feet away from you. You do a lightning to it, and your number is like 20 feet that you can arc to, right? If an ally is, let's say, 20 feet away from the enemy, and there's another enemy that's, a further like 20 feet away from it, that initial enemy can chain to your ally, costing no movement for the arc, and now that ally has 20 feet of range in order to hit the other enemy that's, opposite side of the field.
That sounds both niche, but also kind of useful depending on the area.
Yeah.
I can't wait just to shower everyone in the room with lightning.
And then finally, Archmage. The stars do not watch you, they move at your command. Up to your proficiency bonus, which is a regain on long rest, you can unleash a nova of your chosen element, dealing maximum damage dice for that spell without rolling. You are now resistant to your chosen specialized magic. If already resistant, gain immunity. If already immune, choose to cast a nova on yourself in a 15 feet radius. Allies are resistant against this damage. So, which rank would you take?
They're all very good. +1 damage per spell level times proficiency is pretty interesting. How would that affect the arc? Is that adding on to the damage that also the arcing does?
Correct, and that additional damage would not be reduced. Like, the arc targets take half damage of the original damage.
Oh.
This would just add a flat amount.
Okay. Very interesting. Very powerful. Force enemies to roll at disadvantage. That's also pretty good. Additional element. That one's also really tempting. So, theoretically, I've gained all these ranks through my time here in Moonvale.
Yeah, of your 10 years being here. up to whatever rank you're choosing.
Up to your proficiency bonus on long rest, unleash a nova of your chosen element, doing maximum damage for that spell without rolling. I'm resistant to that magic. If already resistant, gain immunity. You make it so hard just to choose a feat.
You're welcome.
Let's see.
This is why I didn't want you guys to choose background feats.
No, I totally get that. Also, I also totally get you not wanting us to start off at like 19 or 20 in a stat because adding the backgrounds from 2024 to the races.
Yep.
Let me do a quick check right here on one thing. I'll have to take the Archmage ability.
Okay.
It was a toss-up between Initiate, Archmage, and Right Keeper for me. Or not Right Keeper, Spell Right.
Okay. Throughout your time, you joined a clique. You have the Greasers, who are enemies to Preppies. Most come from a poor working-class background. You have the Preppies, who are enemies to the Greasers. They're rich and snobbish. You have Bullies, who have no social status, but Preppies, Greasers, and Jocks rarely bother you. They are the enemies to Nerds and Goths. Nerds, who are enemies to Jocks and Bullies. They are smart and brilliant people. Jocks, who are enemies to Nerds. They are strong. And Goths, they are the enemies of the Bullies, and they're a strange bunch.
Interesting. Do the Greasers have a member named Ponyboy in there?
Let me look it up. No.
Darn, I was hoping that'd be another reference.
Oh, it is a reference, but not to the one that I created.
I'll go with the Greasers because that sort of fits the background best.
Okay. You have chosen Greasers. Okay. You recall your last year at Moonville Academy before becoming part of the Inquisition. You remember answering the door with Solstice Glow to sing Duox holding some forms. Duox. Good news! Your dorm room was chosen this year to be part of the Cinderlux Meridian. Solstice, who was eating some of his famous ramen, spits out between his chewing. What?
Uh, the Cinder what's now?
Cinderlux Meridian. It is an event that occurs once every year, where the transition from summer to winter is equidistant. Solstice goes ahead and tacks on. Daybreaker organizes her own event for the summer solstice, and Nightmare Moon likewise makes up the winter solstice. Solar Eclipse organizes the Cinderlux Meridian. It's the only time anyone can ever see solar eclipse in actual person, he says, buzzing with excitement, becoming giddy.
Oh, that sounds big. What do we have to do?
Duax chimes in, oh, nothing, you're chosen to participate. Every year, Cinderlux has visitors from all across the world to join this spiritual event. Specific people who get to seat directly in front of the stage where our god stands are chosen from the Order of the Sun, the Lunar Ordained, Holy State of Arad, and specific hoof-picked people from across the realm. Those that are chosen can only be chosen once to see a solar eclipse. And as Solstice Glow stated, this is the only time solar eclipse reveals herself.
That is quite the honor.
Indeed. It is an extraordinary event. One you most certainly do not want to miss. Okay. So, you, Vesda, and Solstice Glow were invited. I need you to play the song. And let me know when it's playing.
Oh. I think I know this song. Yep, it's playing.
Okay. You arrive to the city of Duskros. The illustrious, gorgeous waves of water are so pure, so clean, that no matter where you are, you can see straight to the bottom. Let me pull up the journal for you as well. Let's see. What the heck? Oh, that's what's in there. So you see this, right?
Yep, I'm in a void, and here's Selenian Theocracy Duskcross.
Yep. Okay. So, welcome to Duskcrow. Let me know when the map is loaded.
Still in the black.
It's a large map.
Oh boy.
It is 20 square miles.
Okay.
That's how big Atlasia is, or Duskcrow.
Still loading.
I will just continue to read. You
All
arrive
right.
to the city of Duskcross. The illustrious, gorgeous waves of water are so pure, so clean, no matter where you are going, you can see straight to the bottom. To arrive in Duskcrow, you ride a carriage along a road, waterfalls falling into a pool of water below. The city buzzes with life, a world unlike anywhere in Equus. The smell of crisp water is pleasant against your nostrils. No smell of algae or salt permeates the water. The work of the three gods show what life is like at the pinnacle of its end. A realm of bliss and fantasy. Immediately going past the gates, you are hit with a wave of gold. A sense of purpose fills you. The carriage arrives to its destination, pulling you to a stop. Solstice Glow hops out and holds the door open for you. It sucks
What
that
a gentleman.
we are only here for a day. There's so much to see around here and do. Just look at this place.
I know, this place is massive.
Do you see the map, by the way?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so you're pulled to a nearby inn, which is over here. And, it's the actual map of Atlasia. Now, I'm going to pull you over here, because it's part of our next conversation. You can kind of look at it in the picture as well, the top left portion where there's that giant waterfall.
Yep.
Just to give you 2D and 3D reference. All around is life of all types going about their day. The city is immaculate. So many intricate details and beautiful scenery, and the architecture. One could spend all day describing the absolute beauty of Atlasia. But there's no time for that. Vesda, I heard that sometimes during this Cinderlux Meridian, she goes ahead and gives you something. What do you guys want? Or would like from the god?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I think like a really cool, big chest. I would love like a chest to put all my gold in. Solstice would say, I would love to have a cutie market. And
Keep dreaming.
Solstice goes ahead and points out, hey, actually, I think that's her home over there, the Tenebrae Solis. He is referring to, this is Solar Eclipse's home, up more so to the right of that waterfall that's to the left.
Right.
So yeah, this is where Solar Eclipse typically resides. Now, some time passes through the city, and unfortunately, as time does not will it, we have to skip some details. You eventually arrive to the stage of where you need to be. Your stage right here is looking behind to over here. This is where Solar Eclipse will be.
All right.
Now, eventually you make your way to the stage. The time hitting at 11 a.m. and at 12 p.m. at noon, she will arrive on stage. The platform is just above the city, allowing you to look out in all directions. Many ponies gathered around. You see the fancy clothing of the holy state of Arad in their unique thobe and abia clothing. Inquisitors with their books gathering and prepping the stage for which she stands at, one of them pointing at the book and talking about it, at another person's book and talking about it. The ecclesiarch angels of the first and second triad beginning to align on the sides of the stage, whilst the crowd talks and is giddy about the event. The ecclesiarchy is a stark contrast to the crowd and even the inquisitors themselves. They are like statues and mimes, moving in perfect unison. Looking around, you see a familiar face in the crowd of people. Cyrus.
Is he like in formation? Are we
No, it's a lax event, so to speak.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna run straight up to him.
Okay.
Hey.
Hey, too. I got invited, and it looks like you did too.
Yeah. No, this is honestly quite much for me. How have you been? It's been so long.
I've been doing fantastic. I've actually been part of the Order of the Sun. I've taken up Daybreaker's arms.
Oh, that's cool. How was your time there? Was it pleasant?
I joined there relatively recent, about 8 years in the making. But now I'm actually a proper knight. I am a knight of first class.
That's great to hear. I've actually made Archmage.
Archmage? How?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, well...
Already?
It took a lot of effort, but...
It took a lot of effort to become just approved by Daybreaker. Man, standards must be pretty low over there. He goes ahead and jests into the side of your ribs, very clearly joking.
No, well... I wouldn't say the standards are low. The barrier to entry, though, is quite high.
With me, I just had to be invited, and then I walked through the gate. What happened with you?
Oh, you just walked through a gate?
You did too, right? The Umbro gate?
It's a long story. There was a gate, and then I had to survive through some pretty harsh weather and some trials before even reaching Moonvale.
Okay.
I almost died, honestly, a couple
I almost
times.
died during drill training. The Daybreaker's, she's some hard work, I'll say.
But, yeah, I can't imagine it had been easy for you either. How are you liking your position?
Oh, I'm loving it. I actually have a home over my head. I actually have warm food. The training is egregious every day, day in, day out, but I'm doing pretty good. I should be actually getting my promotion to be a commander pretty soon. Something that I need to basically sign up for a extracurricular type of activity, I guess is a good way to put it to you, in order to become a commander.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly it entails, but I assume it's fine. It'll be okay.
Yeah. You got a home, honestly?
I did, yeah. Bunk beds with every other knight and squire.
Oh, from the way you were saying, you got your own place.
From a step up of off the streets, I'd say this is pretty good.
I bunk with those knuckle draggers over there, and I sort of just point back at Vesda and Solstice.
As you commune with Vesta, Solstice, and Cirrus, you all become well acquainted with each other. But an angelic sound comes out, and silence befalls the crowd. Please listen to this song and put it on repeat. And let me know when it's done.
Alright, he's playing.
Okay. An angelic sound comes, and the crowd instantly hushes. The divine words from angels begin to soothe thy soul. People stand, too, facing the stage. Inquisitors and the choir face towards you. The choir's voice rises in harmony, ready to announce divinity itself. Before you even see her, you feel her approach. The air thickens, silence befalls, and your heart halts. Your throat runs dry, something primal within you awakens. Your instincts scream before your thoughts can catch up. You bow, not by choice, but by your very soul on which it recognizes her. You instinctually try to resist, to lift your gaze to see her face, but your body will not obey. An immense unseen weight presses down upon your back, forcing you to bow. Magic or something more deeper and ancient. You wonder as your knees lower themselves, further compelled into a deeper bow. Is this reverence or the terror of being seen by a god? You strain to move, to adjust, to do anything, but your strength, formidable as it is, feels sealed away. You realize with a rising dread that you could be frozen like this forever. Hours, days, centuries. You could be forced to hold this position until time itself forgets your name, and not a muscle during that entire time would twitch. Your eyes dart, searching for Cirrus and Solstice and Vesta. Yet the world around you faded into black before you even realized it. There is no one around you, only her. She steps forward onto the stage, and the heavens move with her. The sun and moon follow in her wake, drawn to her presence. Shadows stretch and writhe across the land. As she reaches center stage, the two celestial bodies align above her. A total solar eclipse. Only then, beneath the all-consuming darkness, does the weight finally lift. Voices of the choir still ring out, uninterrupted. Your limbs are your own again. You glance around and see your friends again. Solstice is shaken in awe, looking skyward towards the solar eclipse above. Cyrus has a shaken look about him, his color more drained than usual. And Vesta doesn't have an expression on her. She seems to be blank.
This is otherworldly.
Do you try to look at solar eclipse or the total solar eclipse?
I'll try to look at solar eclipse herself.
As you glance towards her direction, she is gone, all consumed by the void of the shade that was casted from the total eclipse. And at the total solar eclipse ahead, the sun blazes behind the moon, its corona haloing the darkened disk like a crown of fire. And it begins with a whisper, a ripple of murmurs spreading through the crowd as every face turns upward. Above, the eclipse begins to fade, light blooming at the edges like wounds tearing open the sky. The sun fights its way back, rays piercing through the veil of shadow, racing towards its center. The crowd falls silent, but the choir does not. The hymns continue, angelic and unyielding, piercing through your head and reverberating off your soul. You realize that they aren't singing praises of joy, but of grief. Their songs carries a weight like lead, a mourning so deep it seeps into your very blood. And then she is revealed once more. Solar eclipse. She stands with her wings outstretched, massive and divine, heavy and with sorrow. There you go. Sorry, fixing the hover token. There we go. Her head is bowed slightly, turned away as if unwilling to meet your gaze. Her eyes remain closed, and from the trail of tears that cling to her fur, they are etched like crystal along her cheeks. Her crown glows dimly, adorned with miniature suns and moons that turn in slow, mournful orbits. Her flowing robes whip in the rising wind, white as untouched snow, yet somehow ragged with sorrow and time. As if by permission, you are allowed to look, and then you see it, her face, and it hurts. You bow, not by force this time, but by the embodiment of reverence itself. Your mind reels backwards. Your thoughts scatter like ash in a storm. Your heart pounds so violently it feels like it might tear open your chest. You hear every beat in your skull, every echo in your ribs. The choir grows louder and louder. The harmonies twist from something once beautiful to something true and corrupted. It resonates deep inside you, shaking your bones, rattling your teeth. You taste blood. Your gums ache. Your spine stiffens as if bound by celestial iron. Tears stream freely down your face, unbidden. Your veins burn beneath your skin as a raging, untamed fire races through them in place of blood. Your stomach convulses, your muscles seize, gnawing pressure behind your eyes as if they might burst. Your vision swims. You begin to shake violently. Every part of you is wrong in her presence. Just then, your mind splits open. No longer a sanctuary of dreams from Nightmare Moon, but now as a blank canvas. Words burn across it, searing ancient symbols spoken in a voice too deep, too wide, and too sorrowful to belong to anything mortal. Your soul buckles, and then the words on the canvas become clear. Do you accept her as your God?
Yes. 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 Yes.
You surrender. The universe exhales with you. The burning in your veins turns to warmth, golden and radiant streams. The marrow in your bones hum with quiet music, the choir's mournful hymn softening into a lullaby of absolution. Your shaking ceases. You are held. The weight that once crushed you now lifts you. Strength from purpose flows through you. You feel it in your chest, spine, and breath. For the first time in perhaps your entire life, you know exactly who you are, and that you belong, and that you are seen as enough. Her sorrow becomes your armor. Her silence becomes your resolve. Her tears do not fall alone anymore. You are empowered by meaning. You stand, gracefully rising. You shine, if only faintly, with her light. Your soul reaps in warmth like a long-forgotten homecoming. She does not speak, but now you know that she never needed to. As you open your eyes, you look to see Solar Eclipse gone. It was only a second of seeing her before she vanished. People around you are dazed, taking time to think on what just happened. The choir, as you awoken, is no longer singing. They, with their deadpan expressions, exit the stage, and the Inquisitors write down notes. Please play this song.
It is playing.
Okay. Stage is yours.
That was indescribable. Guys, did you see that? Feel that?
It was Cyrus who first spoke. You see tears out of his eyes. That was beautiful. I never would have imagined this event would have felt like that. Become that. A big
For all my
silence
time.
hangs over the crowd. Go ahead.
For all my time, I knew to have faith in them and trust in them. But now, that is beyond even that. It's a feeling that just transcends anything I've ever felt before.
Solstice looks at you and speaks up. It is true. I've seen Nightmare Moon before on occasions, but meeting this, our creator, our god, our literal creator, nothing has ever felt like this, not even when I'm seeing Nightmare Moon in the first place. Cyrus chimes in, Daybreaker was intense, but this is a different kind of intense, like a spiritual kind rather than a physical kind. You look over to Vesda. Roll perception.
Oh, okay.
You aren't sure exactly what's with her, but she seems to be distant. She doesn't seem to be quite ready to speak, is a good way to put it.
That's fair. I'll let her be.
Time passes, and once a bustling city of noise, and a crowd certainly of noise, is now just silent. Each person took away different meanings from that event. And the carriage ride back home in order to go to Moonvale. Getting into Moonvale, back to Moonvale was pretty easy. You just walked through the arch and there it was. You didn't need to go through the trial, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. I should have just taken the fast way, huh?
Yeah, you walk through the Umbral Gate and you're teleported to Moonvale.
Man, I gotta yell at Duox about that later.
As you enter your room of the dorm, you see something on your study table. A big, thick black book. It isn't ornate. It looks like an old-bound ledger. Leather covered with age to a deep cracked mahogany. 2 tarnished brass clasps hold it together. Its pages shut. Etched with a symbol that seems to writhe in the dim light of you opening the door.
Well, this is certainly interesting book. I go and undo the clasps and try to find out what it says inside, I suppose.
Sure. When you lift the book, the weight of it is surprising, like holding a brick wrapped in skin. The leather is dry and scaly under your hooves. A texture like finely grained sand can be felt underneath the surface. As you open the book, the paper is thick, yellowed, and not smooth. It is coarse, uneven, like handmade paper. The ink is a deep, rich black, with some of the edges fading to a muddy gray. The script is a flowing, elegant cursive that is difficult to decipher. Pages of the book are filled with notes, diagrams, and illustrations of astrological charts, mystical symbols, and strange creatures. It was difficult to decipher, but not impossible. You do make out 4 lines of what you now know. Spells. Spells from gods. And that's where we'll end the session. Actually, one last thing. After reading the spells, a letter falls out of one of its pages.
Oh? And I stoop to pick it up, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like... Oh, sorry.
As you pick it up, it is an invitation to join the Inquisitors. Signed, Solar Eclipse. And that's where we'll end it.
Alrighty.
So, what did you think of that final stretch?
That was pretty good. You do a good job describing scenes.
Thank you.
And yeah. It certainly lived up to the hype that I was expecting of it.
Did you like seeing the scene of Solar Eclipse herself?
Oh yeah, that was really well done, I would say.
Good. It's not every day you meet a true god.
No, especially one as melancholy as that.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe that I captured what a god would feel like upon seeing them in simple human words?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe, yeah, that's about what I'd expect.
Cool.
You know, just like a great force of magnitude right there.
Mm-hmm. Now, as an overall, what are some of the things that you liked and disliked about the session?
Well, let's see. That fight right up the mountain was pretty darn cool, I'm not gonna lie. Very much don't stand in the red line stupid that I thought was gonna be at first. I was like, okay, this seems kind of simple, just like a straight line, get out of the way. Oh, okay, here comes the entire screen.
Yeah, just dodge it, and
Just dodge.
yeah, if you dodge it, you won't die. If you get hit by it, you'll die. Meanwhile, dodge this.
Yeah. Dodge! If you've seen Team 4 Stars, Dragon Ball.
What are some other things that you liked and disliked, or disliked?
The the Septimus Sigmus and Hermes Mora reference was pretty funny. Just throwing it in there, I'm like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Crazy dude on the island. There isn't anything about this session that I'd say I disliked. Like, it was well explained what to do in all the sections. It was both challenging and rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
And the features you presented are really incredible, and was really hard to choose between which ones.
Good.
Though I did kind of go into it with I wanted to be go with the lightning
Mm-hmm.
more, even before hearing all the options.
Yeah. So that's sort of like spell effect stuff like that. It's going to be kind of commonplace in Batavia for temporary effects as well as unique effects that you may gain. But I hope that that boss fight that you had, and as well as what the some of those effects were, will paint a pretty good picture of how it's going to be like in Batavia. It's gonna be awesome. There's gonna be lots of cool stuff and stuff that you just literally don't see in D&D. And
Yeah,
all
no, I can't say I've ever had a dodge the attack sort of deal, use your movement.
yeah. And
It's more of just, all right, did you roll well? Did the enemy roll well?
yeah. A lot of people have two-dimensional fights, and that's just not how I do things anymore.
Right.
Go ahead.
It sort of reminded me of a fight I tried running for one of my groups,
Yeah.
where they had to fight their way up winding sort of set of switchbacks up a mine, and they had to take cover from the person at top through various checkpoints. And I think you did that pretty well as well. You made it very doable with cover and how you describe the attacks.
Now, as an overall rating for the session, what would you rate the session to be?
I'd say 9. 9's pretty good. There's not like any big major drawbacks. It was a lot of fun. Honestly, I don't think there was any drawbacks at all.
And let's see. So the goal of this session was to get you to Batavia, but
I know it's
trying to work on your session and fitting a 50-hour novel into a 2-hour time frame. I failed.
No, that's fine. Like, I know you wanted to do like 5 sessions for this, and seeing this, I completely understand why.
Yeah.
It's real nice being able to go through a character like this, flesh out their backstory instead of being like, "Hey DM, here's my novel. Do something with it." Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it'll show up.
Yeah.
And then 15 sessions later, or he'll be like, "All right, Jimbo Bob shows up and he's giving you a message," and I'm like, "Who?" Oh yeah, he's from my backstory, I guess, for some reason. Look, we're kind of fighting a dragon right now. Can you
Thanks, courier.
I got a letter for you. Your eyes only.
I'm glad that you enjoyed everything, and so currently Otto went ahead and finished up his backstory, and Grendel, he still needs. He was absent from this session, and
yeah, I saw that.
Next week I'm gonna pick up with him, and I might pick up you. How would you feel about that? Would that be okay?
I mean, you could certainly try. I'm kind of heavy.
Okay. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out.
No. I was making a joke on you picking me up.
Oh.
Yeah, totally. I'd be down. If you want to do Sunday, I'm busy 2 to 5 because I got a Pathfinder with another group. But they're usually good about stopping directly on time.
Okay. I will see what I can work with there. I guess probably
I can also
just after 5. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can also do Saturday if you want. I don't know like what your schedule is. I'm usually free Saturdays.
Next Saturday I'm free because I have my BattleTech game this weekend. So Saturday would work well. Would the same time of 3 p.m. work for you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try to finish yours and Grendel's backstory during that time. That way the week after next is that we'll actually be playing Batavia.
Woo!
Yeah. So.
All right. So my estimate of October was pretty all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like.
Finally eat. I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Have a good meal.
Thank you. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you next time.
See you next time.